It's time to take another trip to Ikea. Last time I was there, it was May 2021, and I was in the middle of redoing my craft room. And as you can see, I finished my dream craft room, but that does not stop me from going to see what's new at Ikea. I love to go walk around and see what I can find, and I'm bringing you along. Let's get into it. As I'm driving up to Ikea, I wanted to let you know if I own something I share in this video, I will show you exactly how I use it in my craft room, so maybe you can get a better idea if it's right for you. And I'll also let you know if I recommend it. I've also made chapters for the video so you can skip around to the ones that interest you. The first thing I noticed was this metal file drawer. It caught my eye because of the compartment on top. It's so versatile. You can even store trash on the top. There's one smaller drawer and one larger drawer. I do really like how you can slide it in and out underneath your desk, but then I took a look at that price and $259. This is definitely not worth it for me for $259. Sorry, Ikea. And I saw this side desk unit drawer thing, and for $200, I don't know what Ikea is thinking. I know the economy's crazy right now, but that's just crazy price for this. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I came across this TV unit, and I think it's important not to overlook non-traditional organization options. I think this would be really great raised up a little bit and maybe used for a die cutting station. If I had the room for it, I would definitely do this. This shelf unit is pretty reasonably priced for $99. This is going to be for those of you that like that more industrial look in your craft room or your studio. My husband has a longer version of this. He puts his 3D printer on it and it works pretty well for that. This unit is pretty sturdy as well. This metal drawer unit is cheap, priced at $20, but remember, most of the time you get what you pay for. This one's pretty flimsy and I would not recommend this, especially if you're wanting to organize anything heavy like dies or stamps. I would go with something like this. This is the tall Kallax unit. I have one and I absolutely love it. I store lots of different things in mine, and I love how it has different size drawers and it comes in a few different colors as well. I do have one complaint about these units. The drawers do not pull all the way out, so you're losing a little bit of that space in the drawers. Other than that, I totally recommend the Kallax units. I had to show this topper for the Raskog cart. I don't use my cart anymore, but all I could think of was that the top of this would be really great to put your die cutting machine on and then have all your most used dies and embossing folders in the cart so you could wheel it around your room. Now I have carpet in my room, so the Raskog cart just wasn't working for me, but I really love the idea of having the topper so that you can store things on top of it as well. If you have limited space, this table is great because the two sides fold down. You have some drawers for storage in the center, and when you need it, you can pull out both sides or just maybe one side, and then you can fold it and tuck it away when you need to. I've always wanted this table, but I never have room for it. Now it's time to look at the Kallax units. I've loved these units from the start. I had a 2x4 with a desk attached to it a long time ago. These units have come a long way with all of the different options for storage. There's shelves, doors, dividers, drawers, and so much more. These could be used for so many different things in your craft room. And there's so many different configurations to choose from as well. Here's a quick look at how I use mine. I have a 4x4 unit. I have some of the shelves and some of the drawers. I even have a few bins. And down at the bottom of my unit, I have these paper dividers. I really love storing all of my paper and cardstock this way. Now we're going to be looking at some smaller organization options. Ikea has a ton of these bins and baskets and things that you can put in drawers. I tried to find as many as I could. This way you could see all of the different options depending on what your style is. I like these bins because you can put the lids on top and you could stack them together, and you can also add a lot of weight to them, unlike the previous woven baskets. I really think these small storage solutions here at Ikea are pretty reasonably priced. Like these pencil cups are only 99 cents, and these could be used for so much more than just pencils. Just like these organizers, there are so many different sizes and colors. You can store some of these inside your drawers, you can stack them, and you can even use the smaller ones for when you're making a project. You can divide all of your die cut pieces. There's so many different options. These tins are really great if you like that industrial feel, but I was actually thinking these would be really cool to alter. This is a great desk organizer, but for $15.99 I probably could find something a little bit nicer. But I absolutely love this wood organizer, not to organize really anything, but to alter maybe for an advent calendar, maybe a jewelry box. I don't think you can beat the price for that. I love these magazine files. You get 2 for $5.99. I have a few of these in my craft room, and I have my colored cardstock and my specialty cardstocks in them. I would definitely recommend these, especially for the price. They're really sturdy and hold a lot of paper. Here are some more magazine files. These are 2 for $7.99. Still a great price, and these are black if that's the look that you're going for in your craft room. About a year ago, I picked up one of these baskets, but not for my craft room. I actually got it for my laundry room, and it looks really great in there. If I were to use these in my craft room, I would probably put some yarn or ribbon in them. Now we've come into the kitchen organization part of Ikea. This is where they have a lot of drawer organizers. These fit great in Kallax drawers. There are large ones and smaller ones depending on what Kallax drawers you have. There's definitely a perfect drawer organizer for whatever size you have. These shelf inserts are great if you have limited space. That way you can store some things underneath and on top of them. I think they're pretty reasonably priced as well. These Lazy Susans would be great if you have a little cubby or a shelf that you need to put something on, like sprays or different mediums. This way you could just turn it and then find what you need. These bins come in all sorts of different sizes. I have a large one that I store all of my backgrounds in. The only downside to these is that there's no lid to them, but they're very sturdy, so you can store really heavy stuff in them if you need to. And again, there are so many different sizes. Now these jars are really great priced, and they are great for storing different things that you don't want to dry out, like maybe some extra paint or different mediums. I picked up some of these small jars so that I can store my homemade lotion in them. As far as using them in your craft room, I could see using this to store your stamp chamois in because you don't want it drying out. If you have any sort of cart in your craft room, these little bins are perfect to store on the side of them. This is going to give you extra storage, and they come in a ton of different colors. And you really cannot beat the price for $1.29. If you're in need of a little extra storage for like pens and post-it notes and things like that, this monitor stand is perfect. I have one and I absolutely love it. Totally recommend. This 4-pack of jars is perfect for beads or buttons, anything small that you need to organize. And you get 4 for $5, which I think is a steal. I thought this jar would be perfect to put your clean water in if you are watercoloring or painting. I think this tray is used for soap, but for $1.49, I picked up a few of them so I can sort out my die cuts when I'm working on a project. When I saw this rod storage unit, I immediately thought of storing your misties, cutting mats, and anything else that can fit inside those little slots. Here's another drawer organizer. You get 2 for $9.99. One has a large area and the other one has dividers. I think this would be great if you do December daily or anything like that. That way you can organize your ephemera in the little compartments. We've made it to one of my favorite parts of Ikea, and this is going to be the storage boxes that have lids. There are so many different options and different colors, different aesthetics, you name it, they probably have something that you'll like. I think these storage boxes with the holes on the side would be great for ribbon or even yarn. That way you can just pull it through and everything stays really organized. And as you can see, there are a ton of different color and size options. These are probably my favorite storage solutions for my craft room. They come in a ton of different sizes. I always get the white, that's what I like in my craft room. They have lids and you can stack them together. They're really sturdy and you can store all sorts of different things in them. This is a little desk organizer. You can store different pens and paintbrushes and all sorts of different things in it. There's probably a better solution out there for us crafters, but I've seen it a few times, so I thought I'd share it. If you're needing vertical storage, there is a lot of different options at Ikea. This is a metal wall unit. You get 2 shelves for $66, and then you can combine them to make a larger unit. Here's a little display shelf. These are metal as well. Here's some nice wood shelves. I actually have a couple of these in my craft room. I store all of my Disney and Marvel and all of those sorts of things on my shelves. This is something I wish I would have come across sooner. This is a different spin on that pegboard idea. The color is really nice and it comes with some accessories already for only $15. Even though I've shown the pegboards before in my previous Ikea video, I could not come to Ikea and do a video and not share them again. I absolutely love this solution for a craft room, and Ikea has a lot of different size options and a ton of different accessories for it, and there are a lot of different color options too. Here's a look at my pegboard and how I organize mine. My husband was even able to 3D print me some extra accessories that I needed. I have seen this a few times and always regret not picking one up, even though it's not for organizing. I think think it would be great to put inspo pics on or even cards that friends send you. And the best part, it's only $12.99. Here's a great option if you're looking for a cork board. You can always put a frame around this and it's only $8.99. Here's a little wall shelf. I've seen people use these for sprays and different mediums. I really like this wood hook, although I don't have any use for it, but I wanted to show you. And I absolutely love this woven basket hanging solution. It's really pretty. I think this would be great for the inside of a door. I immediately thought this would be a good solution for all of those new crafty goodies. You could just stick them all in there and then that way you can keep them all together and you have them all in one place so that you can get using them. So I've seen a few different options for the rod storage solutions at Ikea. This is just one of them. The containers are pretty reasonably priced. So I wanted to share this just in case this is something you were looking for. Here's another rod system that I found. This one has little trays and then there's lots of little bins. I don't even try to pronounce any of the things at Ikea anymore because I always butcher it, but I really liked this system. If I end up changing my craft room in the future, I may get something like this. For only $4.99, you can have a great storage solution for all of that vinyl you may have laying around. I don't use this system, but I've seen a lot of people use it. I don't have any of these wood spice racks in my craft room, but I've always loved the idea of being able to paint them or stain them to match whatever theme I have going on in my craft room. I've seen people use these for a lot of different things in their craft room. If you're unsure it's something you need in your craft room, be sure to search on YouTube or Pinterest for ideas. These next few items are kind of random, but I do think that they serve a purpose in the craft room. A lint roller is something I think every craft room should have, especially if you use glitter. Now you may already have something like this. This is a jar opener, but I thought it would be perfect for those stubborn medium jars that just don't want to open. I've picked up a few of these different size packs of food covers. I'm planning on using them for different medium jars, and if I have some paint that I don't want to dry out, I'm going to cover them with these as well. These cork trivets are $4.99 for two, and these would be good to have for heat embossing or for those hot foil plates. I have one of these headset and tablet stands. How it becomes a tablet stand, I have no idea, but I love using it for my headset. You cannot pass on these desk pads for $4.99. I have a few of them and use them for various different things. Like I have one for spray painting, and I have one for when I need to seal my artwork. Even though I love a lot of different things from Ikea for my craft room, there's actually somewhere else that I love even more for organization. Check out my storage solutions from Amazon in this video right here.